This is Alive 90.5. Over the last 4 weeks, I've been playing a very special track called Sweet December Rain, and it's sung by a lady called Tansy. Now, I tell you what, the way I found Tansy was on Facebook. I listened to the track and I fell in love with it. What an amazing voice she has. And with a bit of luck, we should have her on air. Are you there, Tansy?
Yes, I am.
What a sexy voice.
Oh, thank you.
Tell us about how it all started for you.
Musically or Sweet December Rain?
Just a little bit about you first.
Oh, okay. I grew up with music. My dad was a classical singer. We were put to bed with music. We travelled around in the car singing music. So I always loved it. Always loved it. And I think my first performance, I was 5 and terrified. And I sang for a bunch of people in a old people's home. And that was my first time singing. So, yeah.
And how many years ago was that?
Oh, you're going to ask me that. It was a long time ago.
A long time, but I tell you what, you got the
decades.
looks. You got the looks, Tansy. So it doesn't really.
Thank you. I think I'm starting to need an iron, though.
Tell us a little bit about your ABC Radio National situation. You had Radio National.
Yes. A wonderful journalist who used to be with Radio National, Gretchen Miller, also a friend of mine for many years. She wanted to do a story on myself and my daughter. My daughter was born with multiple disabilities, and I was a single parent for most of her life. And she passed away in 2014. So Gretchen wanted to do something to honour her and to tell that story, because she thought it was a good story to tell, and to include my music, because that's all part of it, because I used to sort of run away and have a few gigs every month just to keep my hand in while I was with her. It was very 24/7.
Oh, yeah. I could imagine it would be.
Yeah. So, and after Bubby left, I had a few health problems. I think it was all just related to stress of the situation.
All about the stress. All about the stress.
Yeah. But I'm very well now, very healthy, and very happy to be getting back into music. So.
And that's what I believe that's what it's all about. You've actually come back after all those problems you have had, and it's been a long voyage for you.
Yeah.
You then come back into the music scene.
Yes. Well, I think one of the gifts that Bubby gave me when she left was the realisation that you just need to not waste your time, and that no matter how old you are, like me, that there's...
I'm not that young either.
It's still not, your life's not over, and get out there and try and be passionate and do what you love, because it's all about finding the joy in life, I think, and choosing happiness. And
I'd say you're right. It's interesting what Gretchen Miller said here. It says Tansy is wow, a natural wordsmith singer, and it's got composer, a soaring voice with soul groove, and I agree with that 100%.
Thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit about your new album.
Well, it's called LOVE Love, and I'm going to be releasing singles from it over the next, I don't know, about a year. Maybe. I think that's the way people do things these days. So, listen to me. Yeah, that's the way people do things these days. So, the first one is Sweet December Rain, and I'm very excited about the second one too, but not a peep at the moment. I'll tell Dom later.
So, tell us a little bit about Sweet December Rain.
Well, you know what? Everybody knows, internationally as well as nationally, that we had a terrible fire season last year, Black Summer, and I really feel for them. I really feel for the people, the thousands of people that lost their homes, the people that lost their lives. It was such a devastating time, and I really feel like they've been sidelined by COVID. The news is all COVID this, COVID that, and nobody's really paying much attention to the aftermath for these people of having lost absolutely everything. Some of them are still living in tents a year later.
And have a look at how much money they're actually getting. It's quite amazing, isn't it? Some of these guys aren't even getting the money that they're actually supposed to. Celeste Barber's having so much trouble legally to try to get that $20 or $30 million to them.
Exactly. So I really wanted to try to direct attention back to their situation and try and do something to help, because and sadly I don't have squadillions of money, so I can't dump that there, but I can sing and I can draw attention and I can go, guys, please, even if you just buy the track, it would be really, really great if you actually made a donation to Wires or Give It, or one of the organisations that are helping the people and the animals who lost everything in the fires. But yeah, just be aware that they need help, and please get on board and please support them, because they really, really still need it a lot.
Now, one thing I was going to say, another reason why I've actually loved to have you on air, like, I don't go down this path that many times unless I really think it's worth it. One thing I enjoy about your music, apart from your great voice, is that you write or co-write your own music. Now, a lot of the people that have even made it big don't write their own music. They actually put their voice to it, but they don't actually have the ability to put those words to action. And I think that's fantastic. Now, you wrote this particular track, or the whole album, together with someone else?
Yes. Yeah, that's normally how I write. I write melody and lyrics.
Yep.
And then, because my keys and guitar playing is absolutely abysmal, I should get onto that. There's still plenty of time to learn. I used to try and write the music. It would take me hours and I'd get a migraine. So, and then my fabulous musicians would do something amazing in like 3 minutes. And I was like, okay, I just need to be practical. So the person I've been writing with this time round is a guy called Nick Monroe, or Guy Monroe, both his names, but he goes under different monikers. Guy Monroe on Facebook, I think. And he works out of Red Light, Blue Light Studios. I've known him for many years. We've been in about 3 different bands together. He's a fabulous guitarist, and he's one of the most creative people, not just with music, that I've ever met. He's a great graphic designer, great website maker. He's had a T-shirt company. He's just I've noticed
your new video's great. It's really good.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Do you know?
It's only put out this week, hasn't it?
Yeah. I've never done one before. I've never made one before.
It's fantastic.
4 days ago, I didn't know how to do it. So
any of the listeners that go out there and Google it and listen to it and download the track, have a look at the video. It's fantastic. It really is.
Thank you very much. I actually managed to get. I belong to a group on Facebook, and I actually did a bit of a call out at the last minute to try and see if I could get some photos from actual people who'd been from the areas that were most devastated. And I did manage to
I noticed
squeeze a couple onto the end and put one in the middle of the video, and I was so grateful for that. Mary Davidson, Natalie Cole and Barb Rugendijk gave me photographs.
Now, where did you get this amazing voice? It's an amazing voice.
Well, like I said, my dad's a singer, so we just grew up singing. And there's a lot of people that think they've got amazing voices, but they haven't. But you do have a great voice. Thank you very much. I've worked on it. I worked on it a lot in my 30s. I practiced every day, worked on it a lot. And then, interestingly, when Bubby was here, I actually lost my voice. I couldn't sing, and I got mad because I'd lost everything else. And so I stubbornly forced it out and did something nasty to it. So, because I thought, I'm not losing this too, I'm still going to sing.
You're a big party girl, is that what you mean? Well, the answer to that,
what happens at the party stays at the party.
You remind me of another lady that lives in your area. You might even know her. She's got a fantastic voice. She's another lady I've had a lot of time interviewing and getting involved with. A lady called Sally Street, who's in You know Sally.
She's into
do you?
jazz. She's beautiful.
What an amazing voice.
Isn't she?
And I got involved with her a few years ago. And, I wasn't at this station at the time. I was at another station for about 12 years. And, we've been great friends ever since. But I tell you, she's a great party girl too. Reminds me of you.
Oh, she's Hollywood glam. She's gorgeous. I actually met her, one of our mutual friends, Sophie Serafino.
I know Sophie well.
You know Sophie?
I interviewed both of those. And I tell you, when I know Sophie Serafino, you're going to be amazed with this. I know Sophie Serafino then when no one wanted to play a Sophie track 22 years ago.
Wow.
No one wanted to pick up Sophie's music, no matter what. And I knew a gentleman called Peter Ciani, and Peter introduced me to Sophie. And I said, just have a listen to this lady. And I said, amazing. And then she put out that album with the rap music in it. I don't know if you remember. And it was one of the best things I've ever heard.
Wow.
With a violinist, right?
Yes.
And then I got involved with her, got involved with Sally. Actually gets you to know a little bit about me now, so you know these people. and then she went overseas. And, of course, you know how big she is overseas now.
Yes.
She's absolutely over the top. Huge overseas. And
deservedly so.
Yeah, and she deserved it. And that's another thing that annoys me in this bloody country. The good people that deserve to be picked up and looked at, half of them or 3/4 of them, they don't want to know. They have to go overseas to do something.
Yeah.
You've
either got to be on a television program or have gone overseas and had success and then come back.
Yeah. And then they all want them to come back here and say hello. And I'm saying, well, why you didn't want to back them when they were here, when they were right on your doorstep? So it's good that you know both of those people.
I've seen her live several times, and on stage she will blow you away. It's like this fantastic dance and long hair and
Sophie.
Swish swish. Yeah, she's dramatic and wonderful.
She actually played at my daughter's wedding.
Dude, you're in the know.
Well, she was so happy. She was so happy to do it because I backed her at the time when no one ever wanted to know her. She just said, it's so hard to get anybody to say hello to on radio or anybody to play any of these songs that I'm involved with. Just like I picked you up and I said, this lady's got a lot of talent. I've got to get involved with this lady called Tansy. Who is she?
Well, I so appreciate it. I put up on Facebook like when you first played the song and then what you said. I actually got a bit teary. I was sitting there and I was just like, oh, I'm having a Johnny Farnham moment.
Well, you deserved everything I said because I tell you what, it's a great voice. Now, how's COVID treating you? Are you going to do any live gigs?
I want to do some live gigs. I've got to line some up. I don't have any at the moment. But yeah, in the works, and I will definitely keep you posted.
Yeah, so and don't forget to send me your album also.
Yeah, we're going to do, Nick and I are going to do a live to social media later on, I think on is it 29th or 26th?
Yep, that's what you got here. Yep.
Thank goodness you got the press release out.
Yeah, 29 live video launch on YouTube.
Yeah.
We've got a few things here. You've got Friday the 19th of February. You've got Urban Soul Suite Live, Facebook, YouTube. It goes on and on. It keeps. I might as well tell the people that. It's good information there. It says Urban Soul Live, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Soul Sweet Soul, shed your Rona blues with a hanging soul. Sweet talking, old school, neo soul, R&B, blues. First acoustic live of Sweet December Rain. That's been fantastic. Plus a sneak peek of the SDR in New Energy, of course, House Mix and Red Light, Blue Light. Unbelievable. And Friday the 26th, release of Sweet December Rain, New Energy House Mix, Red Light and Blue Light. So you're going to be very busy girl.
I am very busy. And it's just so interesting. This is what I love about music. You never stop learning.
Yeah.
There's always new stuff to cover.
Yeah.
And particularly now, like this whole new social media, like back in the day, you'd go to a record label and beg.
Yep.
But now people are doing the majority of it themselves. They're putting it out online. They're getting followers that way and doing all sorts of interesting things. And just learning how to do all of that.
Yep. That's right.
It's crazy.
So that's what, and I'll tell you what, and if people pick you up and they like it, it sort of skyrockets, doesn't it? So that's what it's all about. But before I let you go, let's put on the track that I've been playing for 4 weeks. This is Tansy, of course, with her latest release, Sweet December Rain.
Thanks, Tom.
The sun is melting the horizon. I can smell the burning cane. There's some kind of pressure rising in the sky over the plain. I can feel in my bones that it won't be long. Something's gonna give. I've been walking this road, catching dust in my throat. Ain't no way to live. I can feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Cool change coming. I can feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Breathe again. Sweet December rain. Sweet
there she is. That's Tansy, Sweet December Rain off our album Love, which I'm hoping that I will get, won't I, Tansy?
Of course.
Of course. So
You'll be the first.
So before I left you, before the break, I said, COVID, how much has it taken out of you? And you're trying to get back to a lot of live entertainment.
Yeah. I know that it's starting to come back.
Yeah.
But it's kind of precarious. I had some gigs lined up for January, and then we had the new influx, and so I had to cancel.
Well,
them.
that's the trouble. I mean, every time you think you're out of it, they come up and there's a new strain, and strain number 2 and strain number never ends.
43, strain number 43. No. But yeah, and I was having a bit of a laugh the other day. I saw a picture of my mates singing at a gig, and they were like, the stage was huge, and there was one in the middle, and one on each side.
You know what I think is hard? I was just wondering how hard it is for people to be singing without an audience. It must be pretty hard.
Yeah.
You know, like, 'cause you really feel it's a feedback thing, know, to be part of an audience.
Yes.
You know, and I'm saying, geez, it must be hard.
Doing festivals and stuff like that with Blues Exile, because that's one of the bands that I sing with sometimes.
Yeah.
Just that mass crowd vibe.
Yeah.
Awesome. I so miss it.
Well, you know what? I could listen to you all day long, but unfortunately I can't, because it's 2:56, the news is coming up, and I just want to actually I want to thank you very much for coming in and saying hello to all the listeners at Alive 90.5. And I know that you're just going to get bigger and bigger, just like Sophie did, just like Sally Serafino did, just like Sally Street is. All of them are big, and I got my eyes on you. You're going to make it.
Oh, Dom, I love your work, mate.
I've had
Thank you so much.
I've had 3 out of 3, so I think I'll make it, hopefully make it 4 out of 4.
You can tuck me under your wing anytime.
Okay, Tansy, don't forget to send me your CD and I'll play some of the other tracks for you.
I will.
See you later.
Absolutely.